Hey everybody, welcome to the Board Gamer channel. This used to be called Nexus, but I am now rebranding the whole channel. Hi, I'm Tim. I don't know if I've ever used my first name, but that's my name. I'll be doing podcasts on this channel now, as well as discussion videos similar to what I did when I discussed the studios under Microsoft and PlayStation. And I am rebranding because I kind of got tired of playing a game, stopping, going through the process of editing, stopping, going back to gaming. It took up a lot of my free time. I don't have a whole lot of it, so I like to spend my time playing games versus editing them. It wasn't as enjoyable as I was hoping it would be. I do like the process of editing, but it took a lot of time away from me just enjoying games, and I didn't want to lose out on the ability to play games with my friends. So now I am going to switch over to the podcast primarily, with some of those higher edited videos like the Sony Studios and Xbox Studios videos I did, and the kind of gaming content I will make from now on, strictly gaming, will be through the form of live streams. I want to do horror games, as that is my biggest interest when it comes to video formatted stuff. Sorry, I keep tilting. I like horror games in general. I think horror game content, when it comes to filming somebody playing a horror game, is some of the most entertaining. Watching somebody freak out because the game is so terrifying is really good. Right now, the biggest one is The Mortuary's Assistant. A lot of people have played it, but I want to play it myself, and I want to film myself playing it because I know I enjoy seeing people freak out on horror games, and it's really cool. As much as when I get mad when I film myself playing horror games, when I play horror games in general, because I get aggravated that it scared me. I'm like, I know these are just a game. I know it's just jump scares. I've also done VR horror game. That was a lot of fun, and I cussed out the ghost a lot because it's just my immediate trigger, just to yell at the person or the ghost or whatever it is. Sometimes just I'll back you on. Sometimes it's just me yelling at the developers for having such a scary game, which is actually a compliment from me. So don't take that as an offense. If ever a developer watches me playing a game and gets mad at the developers, it's me getting mad at myself for being scared. But you did a good job. That's the whole point of your game. So those are the kinds of videos I'll be doing from now on, and I will link all of the podcast links down in the description. Everything I do is run through anchor.fm. Shout out to them for being a fantastic platform and helping with providing your podcast. I'm not sure what the terminology they use on the website is, but it's putting your podcast on several different platforms. They'll put it on everything to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm not sure if Pandora does podcasts. To do it's on there. They put it on everything. I think there's even one called Podcast. It's just like a podcast app called Podcast. It's very strange. I can't remember why they just name themselves so generically, but I think that is one of the platforms that they provide can provide your podcast to. So I definitely recommend using them if you wanted to do that. They have a completely embedded, housed recording software in their app. It's great if you want to do that on the go. If you have the way to plug up a microphone to your phone and having like a pretty good near studio grade microphone to your phone, you're golden. That's perfect. That's the most simplest on the go podcast style you can do if you're just full audio. I would like to do some video formats as well, because I like the ability to watch some podcasts, especially when it's more than one person or if it's a group podcast. It's very entertaining. I like to do those in the future. I like to be able to carry my stuff to someone's house, sit down, and do a podcast with them. I think that'd be a lot of fun and very enjoyable. So that's the kind of content I'll be doing from now on. I just want to do a quick video explaining that, and I'm going to get going, get this video up, and probably do the very first podcast, if not today, tomorrow. So very soon there will be podcasts coming in, not all the time. It won't be very consistent. Eventually I'll get some strong consistency, but for right now they're going to be kind of spread when I have the time. The reasoning, for the name is actually the biggest reason why I love the name and stuck with it so strongly when I originally made the podcast, and why I'm really loving it now. Bored gamer doesn't mean, if there's trolls out there, not that I'm boring, which I can be, I guess. Self-judgment's not really the best. The reason why it's bored gamer is because when I get bored of games, I have nothing better to do. I can do this. I can do the podcast. And it's not that I'm bored of video gaming as a whole. It's that there are a lot of lulls and gaps in between good games coming out and a whole lot of crap games coming out. So when a whole lot of AAAs are being released, it's kind of a lull for me because a lot of AAA aren't the greatest. I'm not going to get into it right now. I will get into it on an episode. But that's the reason for the naming. I'm bored at the time of playing games, so I'm going to do a podcast discussing entertainment as a whole. TVs, movies, video games, not music. I'm not really the biggest when it comes to music. I love music, but I don't know enough about the industry to talk about it. That's the point of this video. That's the point of the channel name. That's the point of the podcast. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are good with this transition and that you'll stick around for future podcast episodes. If they are going to be just audio, I'll probably still post it on here and do some type of image on the screen just for the sake of there being a YouTube formatted video version if you care for that. If not, there's all the different platforms. But if you don't have any of those platforms, perfect. You have the YouTube link that you can go to and listen to it through YouTube if you have YouTube Red, or you'll just have it sitting open or on another monitor or on another tab while you work or are doing school homework or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are cool with the direction that I'm going with this and that you'll stick around for future videos and future podcasts. Bye.